pretty tired. Been working nonstop on Junktober. Whoops. I absolutely would not be doing this if I didn't want to, so no concerns necessary at all. This is not that type of video. However, I am really tired. And one thing that actually makes me feel rejuvenated is organizing and cleaning. So today, smudge is the prompt. This one I'm going to take very loosely. I do have some crafting I'm going to do in this video. No, really, actually, I promise there is some crafting happening in this video, so stick around. Oh, also, I realized I didn't really explain the prompt. Nothing new, because I always seem to have these little addendums after a few minutes have passed in each video. But, you know, smudge, we're painting, don't smudge the paint. We're also cleaning the smudges, and by smudges, I mean, it's not really smudges, it's more like just stuff littered about my office. Yeah. Hey, it's a better link to the prompt than the candy episode, which you haven't seen yet, but keep watching the series if you want to know what I'm talking about. This is day 15, so I'm gonna say this is like a weird intermission type of episode. Just keep watching, just keep watching. Here is my Junktober kind of desk. There is just crap absolutely everywhere. This is kind of like a humongous overflow of stuff. This is where I work. That is a mess with hard drives and camera equipment. This shelving looks very nice, and that's kind of what I want everything to look like. I've also got more supplies up here. This is not so bad if the rest of the office was cleaner. My point is, I'm gonna clean up, and I'm gonna talk a bit about my plans for this channel. So I bought a whole new shelving system that's gonna go up there, and you're about to watch me build it. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So while you watch this fantastic video of me building this shelf, let's talk a little bit about what I have in store for this channel after Junktober. Maybe you've been watching it from the very beginning. If you have, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Maybe this is your first video that you've seen, which seems unlikely, but it's possible. Or maybe you just started during the Junktober series or somewhere along the way. Whatever the case may be, I would love your feedback on the types of things that you like to see your favorite creators on YouTube make in this sort of hobby space. Here are some things that I would love to do. I'm just gonna start with probably the biggest thing that people are gonna be excited about. I would love to create some terrain for Zombicide Black Plague. A lot of you probably started watching my channel because of some of my previous Zombicide videos. I love Zombicide, I love board games, and I like making terrain. I'm definitely gonna have to do it a little bit differently than I did the modern 2nd edition Zombicide project, because I just don't have space for that many tiles anymore, as much as I would love to make custom tiles for this game in the exact same way. And I'm curious who would be interested in this. I'm suspecting a lot of you would, and I am too. So let me know if you want me to tackle some 3D terrain for Black Plague. I am finally organized. I could probably rearrange a couple bits. I've got all this grass, some flocking, beads. These are things I reach for all the time, and it was so annoying having them in boxes. So now I have all my popsicle sticks, coffee stirrer sticks, random little bits that I find myself using a lot, leaves, random bones. Gotta have a bone pile, right? This part is also very pleasing. All sorts of little things that I use all the time. Popsicle sticks, small little bottles, like literally baby bottles. Here are the plastic toothpicks that I used for the fence. Tubes and pen caps. Fake plants, rope, lichen, more plant stuff, hot glue, love having this handy. It obviously looks a little messy. Some things just didn't have a place, like this little guy. Things like this, these little tiny animal toys and large animal toys that I've collected, these were so hard to access before. They were in a box stacked below other boxes, so I never went for them. I think having them readily available is gonna make my builds more interesting, and is also just gonna make my life a little bit easier. All sorts of other plastic bits. I'm really excited to use these. I found these at a thrift store. Also got this nice pegboard set up with some tools that I use all the time. A stamp that I made. The observant of you might be able to tell what is wrong with this. Let me know in the comments. I'll give you a hint. It's meant to be a stamp. Ah, it feels so good to be organized. Now, finally, I can get to priming. Let's prime this bad boy. The second thing I would love to do on this channel, make some terrain or dioramas out of toys. For a little while now, I've been collecting toys from thrift stores. I would love to do at least one video, but probably a whole series of videos if people like it enough, where I take some thrift store toys and convert them into a diorama. I would also love to do a challenge where I film myself at the thrift store and like find bits and then I like have to build a diorama from only those bits or something like that. That sounds really appealing to me. So if that sounds exciting to you, let me know. I also have Star Wars Shatterpoint. I've started building a lot of the terrain and the minis that come in the base set. And I was thinking about picking that project back up, recording it for you guys. It'll be mostly the painting of the terrain and the minis. Maybe I'll do some battle reports. People seem to like the Zombicide one I did. There is a way that I can build like custom terrain for it. I would love to do that. Once I get more familiar with the rules, I'm definitely gonna look into that. Let me know if you have interest in me doing that. And finally, some other things that I would just love to do in no particular order. I'd love to build a custom chess set and chessboard. I would like to do that kind of thrift store challenge that I mentioned, but with other stores. Like what if I went to the grocery store and had to build a diorama based on things I only found at the grocery store? I would really love to trash bash my own Warhammer army. Now that one comes with a huge caveat, which is I've never played Warhammer before. I don't know if I've said that on the channel. Genuinely am passionate about the world and the lore, but I've never actually played it before. I don't even know if fully trash bashing armies is like legal, but I'd probably mostly be playing Warhammer with my husband or my friends if I ever do get into that. Making a game, designing a game, it would definitely heavily involve crafting because that is what my channel is about. So I'd have to kind of workshop what the formula of that video would look like, but I would really love to make a game. I also just wrote on my list, make something really good. As if like, it's just generally known that my stuff's not good. I guess that's pretty much it. I do have lots of other ideas actually, but I think that those are kind of like the main fully baked ones and a few half-baked ones in there as well. Those are the things that I'm really passionate about it. I'm probably gonna get to all of those eventually, at least I hope I do. But I do wanna know which ones are most exciting to you guys. Maybe I'll prioritize those first. Anyway, thank you for watching this sort of intermission day 15 episode. I'm really excited for the back half of Junktober, which is just about to begin. I'm so excited for you to see what's next. All the final details, painting, but then also gluing in all the extra props and adding weathering and dirt and grass, like that stuff I get so excited about. So hopefully you do too. Stay tuned for more Junktober coming. So I'm gonna throw it back to past Betsy, who's gonna give you some last final thoughts on how the priming went. Finished the Mod Podge. This looks so rad. This is the part where I am always excited. Like it brings everything together. It transforms the materials that this was made out of, hot glue, pipe cleaners, foam, egg carton. It takes all of those raw materials, green stuff, and transforms it into the world that this is. I mean, just even from this far away, like this looks so spooky, and I'm so happy with it. Fence looks really cool. I feel like I wasn't 100% sure with how that was gonna turn out, but now that you don't have like the colorful spikes, that looks really rad. You can really see the tree glue gun texture now, and I feel like I matched it really well with the green stuff. For example, this whole little branch here is green stuff. This is, you know, the glue gun tree, and I feel like I matched it very well. If you look really closely, you can see a few parts that were exposed, but maybe I'll touch those up now that this is dry with some more black paint and Mod Podge, but overall the coverage worked just fine. I also want to point out how the cobblestones look, which is fantastic. I was worried. I think in the video where I laid these down, I was saying that I wasn't sure if the texture itself would come through, which I think it did, right? Like that is a really nice texture actually. But what I was also worried about was that I wasn't sure, they seemed thick when you like hold the egg carton, but I actually felt like when I was gluing them down, they were pretty thin feeling. I don't know like what that weird discrepancy is. they actually pop out a lot. Even without them picked out with like different colors, you can clearly see the cobblestone path. That is probably the thing I'm the most happy about, like this whole thing. The cobblestone path looks wicked. It's even more apparent in person, to be honest. I don't know how well the video is picking that up, but it looks fantastic. My last kind of thought on the matter is that was challenging, especially the tree itself. Painting this up while it was already glued in and down here into the roots area and into the branches was extremely difficult. I don't know if there is really even like a general rule of thumb for that type of thing though. Like, curious what you would do. Let me know in the comments if you would have painted this tree on its own. Everything else was pretty manageable. Obviously, all the little spiky bits on the fencing was a little tricky, but really it was the tree that was difficult. But I think just painting this tree in general would have been difficult, like regardless. So I think I was able to get enough coverage, so I'm still generally in the camp of I'm glad I glued it, but just food for thought if you're ever going to tackle a project like this. And that's going to do it for Smudge. Painting this up is going to be so much fun. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching the first 15 days of this Junktober journey. If you haven't, and you're for some reason watching this video, go back to the beginning. I highly suggest it. There is a link to the whole playlist in the description below. And even if you don't, thank you for watching this one. Be kind to each other. I don't know. I just felt like saying that. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. I'll see you tomorrow.